Hey everybody, Jamie here. So my family was always big on decorating around the house, whether it was for birthdays or holidays or just because it was a brand new season. Now that I live on my own, I want to carry on that tradition, but I don't really feel like going to a mega store and spending a lot of money on stuff that everybody else is already getting. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own paperback book room decor. Let's do it, girls. Okay, so for this craft, you'll need a cutting tool, a writing utensil, a binder clip, any adhesive from double-sided tape to hot glue, coloring agents from paint to permanent markers, and decorators from sticks to pipe cleaner to felt and so on. You'll also need 1 to 2 paperback books. The more pages in your book, the better your craft is going to look. I'll say right now that the only books that you should be crafting are those that are in disrepair, you know, like the pages are yellowing, or the book is gathering dust in a thrift store somewhere. If the book is no longer in good shape for reading, then it's in perfect shape for crafting. All right, let's book it. Step 1. The first step is to prep your book for cutting. You can leave on your book cover or be like me and remove it. For cutting, you can open the book halfway or start with a closed book. Step 2. The next step is to create the template for your book. Now, the simpler of shape you use, like a circle or a triangle, the easier it'll be to make. Trust me, a dodecahedron is going to lose its charm really quickly. Since it's fall, I'm going to be making a pumpkin. Hand draw your template or print one out from the computer, making sure it fits the dimensions of your book's pages. All right, it's time to trace your template. If you're starting with an open book, center your template onto the book's binding and trace it completely onto your pages. If you're starting with the closed book, simply trace half of the template onto the front page. Either way, make sure that the bottom of the template is cut off in a straight line at the page's bottom edge. This will ensure that your craft will be able to stand on its own when it's all done. Now, you'll be cutting out literally every page from your book, so if that task seems daunting, you can always make your template bigger so that the side of the page becomes part of your template. That way, you only have to cut the top and bottom corner of your page as opposed to the entire thing. Speaking of which, now's the time to cut out your pages. You can use scissors or an X-Acto knife or a box cutter, whatever is easiest for you. No matter what you choose, work your way through a few pages at a time. Feel free to use a binder clip or something similar to hold the cut pages back in place as you work. Keep going until you've cut through your entire book. For a paperback book 4 inches wide by 7 inches tall and 650 pages, this craft took me about an hour. Step 5. All that's left to do is bind your pages together. Take your front and back pages and bend them at your book's binding so that they touch. Connect these pages together with anything from craft glue to a stapler. Now, like I said earlier, the more pages your book has, the better your craft is going to look. So another option is to cut out an identical pattern from a second paperback book. Then you'll simply place one design back to back with the other and use any adhesive to connect their first and last pages together. Either way, use your fingers to fan out your pages evenly. The final step is to decorate your pumpkin. I started the process by using a permanent marker to create a brown pumpkin stump. Using an orange permanent marker, I outlined the edges of every single page on my paperback book. You could achieve the same goal using an ink pad or paint. If you wanted to color your entire pages, you can spray paint them or dip your book into watered down paint. Only that takes a couple of days to dry and your pages might get a little wrinkly from getting wet. When finished, I cut out an extra page from my paperback book in order to create a pumpkin leaf. I then outlined this leaf with green marker to color it the same way I did my pumpkin. And there you go, your paperback pumpkin is complete. And now you have some fun table decor that you can set out every fall. And since winter's right around the corner, I thought I would try my hand at making some winter paperback book decor. I traced out 3 differently sized semicircles onto 3 different books. I cut out the pages of all 3 books until I was left with 3 different semicircles. I then repeated the entire process over to create 3 identical pieces, matching them up with their counterpart to fill out each sphere. I then stacked one on top of the other, connecting them easily with a bit of hot glue. To color all of the pages, I spray painted everything white. To decorate, I added in felt buttons, a cone nose, earmuffs, a fabric scarf, eyes, and finished everything off by gluing in stick arms. And boom, a paperback book snowman at your service. Once you have the technique down, this craft is so fun to do anytime you want a few extra decorations around your room. For fall, you can make an apple. For winter, you can make a snowflake. For spring, you can make a flower vase. And for summer, you can make a watermelon. No matter what you decide to make, here's booking at you, kid. What type of paperback book decor did you make? Tweet me at Jamie Petito, Instagram me at HeyJamie, or let me know on my fan page page on Facebook. If you liked using an old book to create something new, click the video on your left to make your own jewelry box from a hardback book. And if you have a bunch of books that are still in perfect shape for reading as opposed to crafting, click the video on your right to find out 3 different ways to make a bookmark. We did it, girl! I'm Jamie and you're on Gurl.com.